Hi, we're back with What's the 411 Sports, and we're with the lady of the hour. This is the person who put this all together with her team. I know she'll defer and give credit where credit's due, but Miss Wendy Lewis, Senior Vice President, handling diversity. She handles so many things under the diversity umbrella, but this MLB Diversity Summit is really her baby, and we're so happy to talk to her. Wendy, unbelievable event. This is so big. How proud of you of how it's coming off here in New York?
It's funny you refer to it as my baby. I couldn't be more proud than if it was my child. But I have to tell you, the thing that just makes my spirit sing actually is the fact that it really is such a collaboration with so many people. The commissioner,
yes,
supports you. Jonathan Mariner, the gentleman that I report to, and the 30 clubs. It's just the way our clubs come together to really create what we think is really true engagement opportunity. And so when you do something like this in the middle or the beginning of the season, that's what really makes it so unprecedented. But this, like no other, this is our third one. But this is the first time we get to do it in conjunction with Jackie Robinson Day. And that is what I think is just making me beam. The ideal of celebrating his legacy along with his family. Sharon Robinson will be here. Rachel Robinson will be at the stadium tomorrow. And then also tomorrow, members of the Mr. Nelson Mandela family will be here. There is no greater way to celebrate, to me, true engagement, true opportunity, true inclusion. So you're right. I am the happiest woman in the world.
I got to ask you, Wendy, this is so big. You guys have really taken the lead. It's been, this is a major league organization that has a long, long history.
Yes.
But of all the professional sports organizations, you guys have really taken the lead. Have you had any discussions with the other football or basketball? about what you guys are doing?
Yes, we have. And, and my peers and my associates over there are working real hard doing things their way. Some of them will actually be visiting us here just to check it out. So we love, of course, being the leader on this and being unprecedented, but nothing would be better for everybody if the other sports, do likewise. Maybe one day we'll all do something together. But I agree with you. Sports, the landscape of sports is really wide and large, and I know that I have the kind of support and enthusiasm that I hear. And also we have the legacy. We have the DNA of Jackie Robinson.
There you go.
So I think we have an extra source of responsibility here.
Well, I just got to ask a couple of questions, personal questions. Are you a New Yorker? Are you a native New Yorker?
Well, I have been here for almost 20 years, but really Chicago. I'm a Midwest lady, but relocated here to join Major League Baseball in the Commissioner's office after having great 8 seasons with the Chicago Cubs organization. So I've been around a little bit.
Okay. And where'd you go to school, if you can ask?
Actually, Northwestern University.
Okay.
Is where I got my MBA in the University of Wisconsin in Oshkosh, actually, for my undergrad.
In terms of that legacy, that history, is there any effort to do some other things in coordination possibly with the Negro League Museum or reaching out to those, the players that might still be around, and coordinating something that gives people, and especially these young folks, a little bit more of the history so that they know really where this stands?
Yeah. The other leading initiative that the Commissioner actually launched last April actually, we're just celebrating the first anniversary for that, is the On-Field Diversity Task Force. And the On-Field Task Force is a very complex and collaborative way to look at that whole player pipeline component. So the Commissioner, in ways, to me, deeper and wider than we've ever done before, is really addressing that whole underrepresentation and sort of slow coming back representation of African American players. And a part of that is that whole player piece, sort of reuniting us with the history. So we have great relationships with Bob Kendricks in the museum. Baseball is a big supporter of the museum. So I think there's more to come in that realm.
Super.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to be excited to talk to you a little bit later. Can't thank you enough for giving us a little bit of your time. And congratulations, this is absolutely fabulous.
Thanks
again for giving us time.
Appreciate it.
Talk to you soon.
Thank you.